And sometimes there are solutions in the market that are creating more problems than they're solving, because what we've got is damaged devices. We were talking about Vocera badges, and we were talking about issues. What I wanted to bring up was, let's look at this not from Don Prisby's perspective or your perspective, sir, but let's look at it from a clinician's perspective or from a contracting officer's perspective. Now, imagine this. You have multiple devices now that are in your environment. And as a clinician, you want to improve care and lower the cost of care. You also want to create an environment that is safe for veterans and their families. You also want to create an environment that is safe and productive for your staff. All of those things go into better care and better experience for the veteran. So what happens if I bring devices into an environment that aren't disinfected? That just creates a panic, a silent panic about infection and a paranoia about that. Now, what happens?
It's a variable that's out of control, right?
Right. And now what happens if those devices can't be cleaned and we don't know that they're spreading infection? And I'm pointing to one of the attributes of your solution that I've discovered, and that is that through the UVC light that is used by Seal Shield, that has been shown in a study on Vocera not to damage or degrade the surfaces of those devices. Now, why is that important? Because I may not be able to see the damage that are done by small microchasms in the screen, but those microchasms are like the Grand Canyon to any bacteria that might need to be destroyed. So what's important with the Seal Shield solution with the UVC light that is used there is that not only does it clean the device, or it disinfects the devices, but it doesn't damage them. And sometimes there are solutions in the market that are creating more problems than they're solving, because what we've got is damaged devices that are not able to be cleaned in 100% manner and end up spreading problems rather than destroying them. So I'm looking at that through clinicians' eyes, because I want the assurance that I have a disinfected environment. But I'm also looking at that, Brad, from a contracting officer's perspective or a finance person's perspective. Because if we're creating HAIs or we're damaging our own devices, that's expensive from a recovery perspective, from an illness, and it's also damaging from a replacement cost. These devices cost thousands of dollars to invest in. We need to protect them. So with your solution, we are not only able to disinfect, but assure that the devices aren't damaged and aren't spreading infection. So those are two key elements on the disinfection side.